My next guest tonight is the Democratic leader of the House of Representatives. Please welcome to The Late Show, Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Nancy Pelosi was just out here, and you're following her on the show. She was Speaker of the House. Do you think you're going to follow her as Speaker of the House?
Well, it's great to follow Nancy Pelosi. She is a legend. We believe that she is the greatest speaker of all time, based on what she's done. And it's an honor to stand on her shoulders, although I got to tell you, it ain't easy to follow Michael Jordan, y'all.
Are you surprised that the party has come together so quickly behind Kamala Harris? You know, the old saw is Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love. No less than Karl Rove recently said the Democrats are doing both, falling in love and in line, and he's never seen that before with a party. Are you in any way shocked by that?
I'm not shocked by it because the stakes are so high. Everything we care about is on the line. If Roe v. Wade can fall, then anything can fall. And let's be clear. One side is trying to jam Project 2025 down the throats of the American people. We believe in a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decision. And so Kamala Harris is fighting for our freedom. She's fighting for our families. She's fighting for our future. She's ready to get the job done, and we're ready to make her the 47th President of the United States of America.
Well, it's not just the White House. Obviously, there's both houses of Congress. You know, y'all have to take back the House of Representatives. The Democrats have to hold the Senate. What part of the reason that Biden has said out loud, the reason that he stepped down, part of it was looking at the down ballot races and how his popularity was affecting that. Were you part of those conversations with him?
I had a private conversation with President Biden. It's going to have to remain private.
Mm-hmm. Was it on the phone or was it in person? Stickler.
It was in person.
It was in person.
But let me say, President Biden is a good man, an honorable man, a heroic man, a patriotic man, and you know, he's going to go down in American history as one of the most consequential presidents of all time, and he made a selfless decision to pass the torch. But he didn't just pass it to Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. He passed it to all of us, and now it's our responsibility to protect our democracy, protect our freedom, and build a brighter future for our children and our grandchildren.
Now, we had some protesters earlier in this evening when Speaker Pelosi was out here who, despite the horrors of the attack of October 7th and the remaining hostages that are in the hands of Hamas, believe that the United States shouldn't be selling arms to Israel right now, given the number of civilian deaths in Gaza over the last 11 months. How would a Speaker Jeffries advise a President Harris about that situation?
Well, I think that, you know, what President Biden is doing right now and what Kamala Harris is doing as part of the Biden-Harris administration is to do everything possible to try to achieve a ceasefire agreement, to bring the hostages home, to surge humanitarian assistance to Palestinian civilians who are in harm's way through no fault of their own, surge that aid immediately and continuously, and to find a path toward a just and lasting peace, a safe and secure Israel, and the Palestinian people being able to experience the dignity and self-determination that they deserve.
Well, are you hopeful of that?
Yes.
You served as the House manager overseeing the first impeachment of Donald Trump. Watching that party now completely in thrall of Donald Trump, are you surprised after all of that, after the disaster of the end of his presidency and the horrors of January 6th, that he has such complete control?
No, because as President Obama said today, and wasn't President Obama and Michelle Obama on fire in Chicago?
Yes. I didn't have any jokes because I was just watching.
But President Obama made the point that it's turned into a cult of personality. And as a result, the Republicans have just fallen in line behind Donald Trump, bending the knee, doesn't matter how irresponsible or reckless or out of control his behavior is, which is why the stakes are so high. But Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are running a campaign that is joyful, that is hopeful, that is forward-looking, and wants to bring the American people in all of our diverse glory together.
Now, we got to go because it's a live show. We got a live show, but you famously have quoted Biggie Smalls. Do you have any quick quote for us before we go?
Stay far from timid, only make moves if your heart is in it, and live the phrase, the sky's the limit.
Leader Hakeem Jeffries, everybody. We'll be right back.